Test, test, 1, 2. Welcome, welcome. If anybody's on here, please comment. I'm here. PincheAls back and alive. Oh man, get my hat here. One of my older hats. It's been a while since I've worn a hat. What's going on, Wayne? This hat's all jacked. Jeez, it's all right. What's going on, Wayne? All right, I'm just making sure. Can you guys hear me? Just give me a thumbs up here while you guys are. Yeah, Happy New Year, Mike. Give me a minute here, okay, guys? But if you guys can hear me, please, give me a thumbs up or something. Just acknowledge that you guys can actually hear me. Awesome. And can you guys hear me pretty well? Do I need a little bit more adjusting? My mic pretty good. I think my sensitivity is pretty good. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you. Give me just a minute. I'm working on my other stream right now. Um, Man. There we go. That works good. Where can I add a title here? There you go. And I'm back. Going live. Happy New Year, Anthony. All right, just give me a minute here and got one more stream to set up. I'm going holy trifecta. Wayne, I will explain everything in just a moment. I'm getting myself ready for everybody here on all the internets. Oh, it just got dark. Okay. Um, well, as it says, I'm back. And it's been, honestly, guys, it's been a very, very rough 3 months of my life. Um, Actually, starting since September. So, late September, October, November, and December. It's been a very rough. You guys have been following what I'm doing. You guys should know already that I broke my wrist recently in September, helping out Annnnd in Tennessee, getting his Mark IV up and running. Built an entire car legitimately in 3 days, and that's just to start off. Breaking my wrist. After the situation with my wrist, further down the road, I had a doctor's appointment to get my blood pressure and everything else checked out, and my doctor was like, "Hey, you have high blood pressure. We should work on that." And I'm all like, "Let's do it, man. Let's do whatever we need to do, because you only get one chance or one life actually, and it's crazy, but just so you guys know right now, this is a lot of work for me to do. So when you guys are watching, understand that if I run out of breath, if I get emotional, um, bear with me, please. I will answer questions and explain things as things go. This is a very difficult time for me, but you guys are my family, and you guys are pretty much what keep me going on top of my family, my wife, my kids, my mom and my father-in-law and my mother-in-law. Those are my closest kin. You guys are like pretty much my secondary system that keeps my blood going and my heart pumping and my will to live keep going, you know? So, as you guys remember again, in September, I fell down and I broke my wrist pretty dang bad. And I had to have it pretty much kind of rebuilt. Then I had to go to the doctor again. They said, hey, man, you got high blood pressure. Well, let's work on it. I dropped 30 pounds. I lost almost 30 pounds of just eating healthy and eating right. And doctors was telling me I was doing good work. But as of Friday, okay, guys, Friday, what happened on Friday, so I can give you guys the actual full breakdown. On Friday, the 23rd of December, okay, pretty much I worked half a day at my other job. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I worked half a day, and I got off early, and I got a bunch of laptops from my old job to donate to all the employees at Best Buy. Me and my buddy Will spent a lot of time together, wiping, cleaning, formatting, updating, getting all these laptops ready to donate to all these employees. You guys got to understand that I love to give things away. That's one of like my favorite things to do, especially during this time of year, is just give as much as I can. And I was able to donate 21 laptops to these to employees at Best Buy, because that company right now is going through some really shitty stuff, man. Janice, hey, what's going on? So, they're not taking care of their employees like they used to. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, for these employees. So I decided to go and with my time and all that, and invest in those employees. So I got all these laptops, and I also bought a bunch of pizza for everybody at the store. I donated all that stuff, and we made a list, and everybody got their laptops. I decided to join in on some pizza, ate some pizza that day, and keep in mind this is around 12 o'clock. I left about 1:30 from Best Buy in my car, okay? And then at that moment, the moment I got into my car and started driving back up the mountain to go to work, to go home, I had a little chest in my pain, a little pain in my chest. Now understand, this pain is not something uncommon to me, because I've had it before. Because I've had, when you have heavy sauce and pizza and stuff like that, that like gives you like GERD or acid reflux. I've had that sensation before. So I kind of like didn't think anything much about it, besides the fact that, hey, I might have just some acid reflux. So I make my way home, and I had to pull over because I felt like I had to vomit. But the pain in my chest got a little bit worse. You know what? I didn't vomit. I just got back in the car, got home, talked to my wife, and gave everybody hugs and kisses, and I still had a little bit of pain in my chest. And at that moment, do you guys understand that that was almost an hour? I've already been having a heart attack. Even though I thought it was acid reflux, I was actually having a heart attack. Now, it wasn't a big one. It was a little one. So it went away. I drank some water, and it felt like nothing ever changed. Like nothing was any different. So I thought again, acid reflux, because I drank some water. Because it went away the moment I drank some water. It felt like I calmed the storm in my stomach and all that. It was just kind of a mixture of a perfect storm, put it that way. So I got there, and I've been helping a really good friend of mine, Tevin, and he needed... Give me a second. I'm a little out of breath, so... He needed a tensioner pulley, and I'm not sure, Tevin, man. I went over to AutoZone, bought a tensioner pulley, and got on my motorcycle and decided to start getting ready on my way to go drop it off for him. So you guys gotta understand, I now live in Ramona, California. So I'm a little bit further than what you guys are used to knowing where I used to live, but you guys should know by now where I live and like the general idea where I live. So I get on my motorcycle. I get on the freeway. I'm on the freeway, actually the highway, because it's 67. It's a highway. And I'm not going really quick. I'm doing about 55, 60, typical traffic speed right there. And I'm making my way down the highway. Now, I'm going down the 67. There's a street called, there's a right turn to call Poway Road. That's when it hits. It hits a little harder. And I'm talking about, you guys don't understand, like it's like a chest pain from hell. And I'm already on my way up the mountain, and I get to this street called Scripps Poway Road or something like that. I think Scripps, I believe is what it's called. And I pull over off my motorcycle. I take my gear off because the pain, you guys don't understand. I'm in an adrenaline and pain rush all at the same time. And this pain hits so hard right here in the center of my chest. Now you would think it's over here by your heart, because that would make sense. Your heart's a little bit more over to the left of your chest, but it's actually the arteries that are hurting are more centralized, but the pain moves out that way because you have more nerves on this side. So the pain hits so hard that I decided to take all my gear off and just throw myself on the ground. You get to the point where you deal with pain and you think about the easiest task you can do on top of just the pain. And for me, it was flailing my arms, going left and right as cars pass by. Now, these cars are passing by. I'm having this chest pain that's just unbelievably just painful. So I'm on the floor for almost 30 minutes. My friend Nick calls me. I'm able to grab the phone and just respond and just put it on my chest. As he's talking to me, someone finally decides to pull over. And this is 30 minutes in to me on the ground, flailing and waiting for, praying to something, some car god or a god to stop somebody, and someone finally did. And now this is a actual plea out there. If you're watching this video, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping. You saved my life. You don't understand that. So he calls the ambulance. They show up. I get in. I get in the car, in the ambulance, I give the bike keys to my friend Nick. Everybody's panicking what's going on. They're telling me where I'm going, they're sending me straight to the hospital because I'm having a severe heart attack, a cardiac attack. Like, it's a heart attack that's so bad. The guys on the ambulance are like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know why you're having such a crazy heart attack, but we're taking care of you. There's spraying some nitrate or some special spray to open up your arteries. All it does is just makes your arteries open up and hopefully blood starts flowing. So talking to the I think they're ENTs. I'm the most worst person to understand medical information, but the ambulance folks, they're in there taking care of me, getting me to the hospital as fast as possible. And I'm not kidding, guys. When these guys are saying as fast as possible, they're booking it, because I'm at the end of my line. Like, this is it. Like, I'm ready to go. So as they're, hold on here, as they're doing their job, because this is they're their first line of defense. They're the first line. EMT, there you go, or paramedics, there you go. There's another word for it. They're my first line of defense. They're the first people to make sure that I'm alive to get to my ER. I get to Sharp Hospital in La Mesa. So I had to go all the way to La Mesa because they need a special cardiologist that was actually on the clock. So I get there, And these are the men that I remember. Fred, Caesar, Dr. Nguyen were the first three people to say, hey man, you're having a heart attack. And you're having a very, very severe heart attack. So I don't like being told, the truth that dry. Hold on. When it's cut dry like that. But I was told up front, they're like, we don't know what's going on, but you got to have surgery immediately. So I'm laying in bed. All right. They moved me from, one bed to the other, and I'm being pushed through all these doors. Just like on those TV shows where you're laying down in bed and you see just lights going this fast, forward and back, forward and back. That's what's happening to me. Okay. I'm just seeing a rush of lights, and my doctor saying, hey Al, how you doing? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I'm just nervous. I'm scared because of what's going on. Don't worry about it, man. The doctor's all like, we're good. You're good. So, he's calming me down, trying to set me, hey, Luis, thank you. He's calming me down, getting me ready for what's going on. So what's going on? He's all like, well, you're having a heart attack. Well, this is the third group of people to tell me this. So I'm not surprised in that scenario. But when it comes for a doctor and specifying like, hey, you're having a heart attack, reality kicks in a little bit harder. He's all, Al, we're going to put you on this and this and this. We're going to have to go through your groin and get you, thank you, David. Thank you, David. We're going to have to go through your groin and see what's going on. So as we're working and he's talking through me, George, I don't know. We can talk later though. So he's talking to me. He's like, "Oh, this is what we're doing," and he already what they call kind of like did a general anesthesia, so I won't feel much of the pain of them going through what's going on. I'm already in a ton of pain to begin with, so I'm going through this. I'm laying in bed. You gotta keep in mind, I'm laying completely flat in bed, super bright room. I'm finally in the ER room. So as they put up a curtain from here to here while they're working on me, because this is an emergency now, the nurse next to me is saying, hey Al, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. All right, well, the doctor's going in. Now, as this nurse is talking to me and saying this to me, something happens. My heart starts getting weaker. Okay, guys? You got to put this in perspective. Your heart controls a lot of functions besides blood and oxygen. It actually controls also fluid retention. Fluid retention in your lungs, to be exact. So I'm laying in bed. All right? As he's working on it, my heart is starting to get weaker and weaker, because you guys have to understand that heart attacks, until they stop, they don't stop. They keep going and keep attacking, so you start getting weaker. So as I'm laying there in bed, the nurse next to me is like, hey Al, you need to start coughing. And I'm like, what? What do you mean I have to start coughing? Well, you have to start coughing because you're starting to fill up with fluid. And now the sense of panic kicks in hard. So I start coughing, and yeah, fluid comes out of my mouth. Now you gotta understand, they're pumping you with IV because you gotta keep water retention. So as this fluid is going in my mouth and the IV's coming, as I'm coughing and fluid's coming in and they're pumping IVs through me, I cough out fluid and I'm laying flat in bed. The nurse next to me is over here sucking this fluid out of my mouth. I cough again. Deep breath. Cough again. And all this is happening. My doctor is working on putting and opening up my arteries by using stents. Okay? The first stent goes in. We're good. He gets ready to put in the second one. My heart decides to go, likes to want to shut off almost, because I'm getting tired. You guys got to understand this. I'm getting really tired because my lungs are filling up even more with fluid. And as your lungs fill up with fluid, it's harder for you to breathe. Okay? So every breath you take, it's your last. Take it as your last because it's filling up. So I'm coughing a cup full of fluid every single time, but my lungs are filling up 2 cups instead of 1. So you guys gotta put this in perspective. I'm going cough, cough. Okay, so put that in your mind that this is what's going on my medical bed, and it's getting to the point where every time I cough, my mouth is full of fluid, but I'm getting now less and less air. So I don't know if you guys ever been really, really tired before or got in a situation where you're just like, I can't breathe. This is where it's happening, and it's happening to me. So I'm already at the point where I can't breathe, and I'm telling the doctor and the nurses, like, hey guys, I can't breathe anymore. I can't cough anymore. And my doctor's like, don't give up, man. Don't give up. The nurse next to me, Caesar and Alfred, kept on motivating me. I kept pushing, but it gets to the point where you have to accept the reality. And my reality is that I'm going to die. So I'm accepting that fact that I'm going to die because my eyes were going black. You guys have to understand that all that, most of those medical rooms are bright white. Not in my perspective. My eyes were going to the point where everything was turning like a pixelated blur. And I yelled out to the doctor one more time. I'm like, hey, I'm going to black out. Deuces. That was it. At that very moment, that nurse, Caesar, heard me, grabbed the pipe, jammed it right into my lungs, started to incubate me. And the doctor at the same time, okay guys, at the same time, just installed the second stent and got my heart going, man. And because of that, I'm here. Because I blacked out. I woke up the next day. Because you guys understand, I'm accepting the fact that I'm about to die. I already accepted it. I knew what was happening. And I was going to die. I already accepted it, because I didn't have a choice. I'm in a bed. I don't have an option anymore. And when you're blacking out, you only think of a couple things in life. Your family and your friends. That was the last thought I had in my head. And then I woke up. Woke up the next day. Had a incubation tube, breathing tube, and a feeding tube in me. I wasn't startled. I just woke up crying because I woke up. And that was my day. That made me think even more about my family, my kids, and you guys. Believe it or not, all those three combinations gave me my second chance. And I'm here for that. Because I'm pushing as hard as I can. Right? Birthday 2.0. I am pushing as hard as I can to go forward and not stop what I'm doing. All right? You guys got to understand this. I am not stopping what I'm doing. PincheAls Garage is here to stay, and it's not going anywhere. All right? And every comment has been read, has been appreciated since that day. Tenfold. You guys don't understand. Like, it's been more thought of than anything else in my life. Then now I have to push even harder to bring what I want to bring back as my channel and as my family more. I want to give even more back to everybody. You know, I know it's dumb to say these things, but thanks, buddies. Everybody, thank you. I'm not gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop, and I will never stop. It's just because it's not how I roll, man. You guys know that. You know, and I'm glad that all you guys that who are true followers of this channel are watching this, because you're watching a grown-ass man break down. Okay? And it's hard. This is the first time I've cried this hard in since I woke up, you know, because it's been a lot. And I want to give a huge hug, shout out to Abby, Catherine, Amy, April, Mary Lou, Alan, Matt, what's it called? Hold on. Tyler, Dr. Nguyen, Dr. Anish, or Dr. Patel, you know. Oh my God, please bear with me, because if I don't remember your name, it's not my fault. There's so many people to remember. There's a couple other handful of names out there. Anna at reception. Thank you all so much for taking care of me in the ICU, for taking care of me in normal, you know, the normal floor and on the north, 2B North. Thank you all for being there and bringing me back to my health state that I can do this live stream with you all. You guys' comments are awesome. You know, thank you all for being there, taking care of me so I can do this live stream, so your names can be forever stored on the internet, because this is not the last time. Not the last time. I'm going to be grateful for you all. Thank you, Ghost MK7. We got more content coming. We got more stuff coming, guys. Content will be coming slowly, but it will be here, and it won't stop. And I'm gonna keep bringing you guys content that matters. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up in the future. You know, my doctor, Dr. Nguyen gave me big thumbs up. I might come back out of this at like nothing ever happened. The content that we're going to be pushing a lot of motorcycle content and car content as well. And we're going to be redoing a lot of stuff with the Royal Enfield, the Kimco X-Town 300, our Honda ADV 150. And we're going to see more evolutions on stuff like that. Hey, Kane, I'm holding up, buddy. Thank you, David Kane. My brother from the other side of the pond, man. You know, this heart attack that happened was not supposed to happen. Even my doctor said I should not have had this heart attack. It was a complete fluke. But as I stated earlier in the post from earlier today, thank you, Real Imaginary or Gary. So the way we're gonna be hiring a small crew of misfits, and it's gonna be Ray and Alex Barrera, father and son. So Ray and Alex are gonna be my new crew members of my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be using them to create a lot. Oh, don't forget Dominic. Those three are my three new members of my YouTube channel crew, and I'm gonna be depending on them solely to get all my content done because I am no longer allowed to do heavy work for months. That's number one. Okay, guys. Thank you, Javi. All right, that's number one. Number two, the new school, which I'm going to call it a school, but PincheAls Garage School is coming. And all of you guys are going to be a part of it. And I want you guys to be ready for it because I'm going to be building a school here on my new property for the community of Ramona and for the VW community in general. This school is to teach and learn all about car stuff. This is going to be pretty much my last goal in life so I can set kind of like my last lasting, kind of like my last will and testament in life for the world is to teach what I've learned over the years, what I've learned in my lifetime, what I've learned from all of you who have made my life so much better. My legacy, there you go. So this school, even though I cannot call it a school, it's going to be a school temporarily. Will be a place for children of all ages to come and learn cars, motorcycles, 3D printing and graphics all in one place. You know, this is where my legacy will end up, and I want everybody to be a part of it. So the way that we're going to make it a part of it, we are going to try to raise some money for, not for all of it, but for some of it, to make this happen in the future. On my property here, again, it's a place where we can store cars, store projects, fly people in from all over the US and world, and have people come here and do their builds with me. That way we can learn together and film together everything that goes on here at the here at PincheAls Garage. I want this to be a place for everyone to grow up and learn something cool, you know? Something like that, yeah. You know, I'm not accredited in any way, so I cannot give you guys any type of paperwork. But we can, yeah, PincheAls Automotive Tech. There you go. We're going to be working way more hands-on. We're going to be building cars more hands-on. And that's what I want on this property to be here. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. So that's my next portion of my life that's coming out is to dedicate more time to children and the ability to have real skills and trade skills, you know, that matter in life. Building friendships, just like how I built your guys' friendships here on YouTube. Building, a sense of self-esteem, awareness, and purpose. Now, don't get me wrong, these won't get you jobs outside of that. That's not the point. The point here is have fun and learn something. Okay? You can go to any school and learn something, but sometimes you won't have fun. And in high school, we don't have much left in fun when it comes to like side skills. And I want to teach as much as I've learned in my lifetime and forward. So I wanted to give you guys the update of what happened on Friday the 23rd. Because man, that was one hell of a roller coaster, people. I'll tell you that. And one thing I also want to say is thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being there, my friends. Thank you for being there the entire time. Because that matters deeply to me. To my family. Thank you. Merry Christmas, by the way. One hell of a Christmas gift to wake up on Christmas alive. I tell you what. All right. All right. And have an amazing new year because PincheAls Garage is back. And I'm stronger and better than ever before with a much, much more appreciation for life and much, much, much more just gratitude in general, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm not going to stop. And I won't stop. All right. I think this little ticker is I had enough for a good emotional session. Please, if you have comments, post them down below. Speaking of a party, if you guys would like to come to my home on Sunday, January 8th, I am open to all of you. Everyone who is watching this video, if you want to come to my home and enjoy the fact that I got a second chance and have a party with me, please, by all means, come to my home. However, I will not provide you my address unless you message me personally, okay? And if you want to call me versus doing Facebook or Messenger or anything like that, please call me. My phone number is 637-7619. Again, 760-637-7619. My phone number has always been public information to everybody. So, again, I'm here to help. I'm here to answer your questions, your problems on your VDub. All right? And as always here at PincheAls Garage, man, if you see another dubber on the road, give him a thumbs up. Give him a deuces. All right? We always going to break. We're always going to fix. And we're going to repeat. Because that's how it works here at PincheAls Garage. And you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Hug your family members. Hug your friends and tell them thank you. Thank you for being a part of your life. Thank you for them being there when they need you. Thank you for everything. Because you never know when the next day is your last. So treat every day like your last and live it to the fullest because I know I am and I won't. Love you all and have a wonderful day. Just a wonderful day. Peace out, everyone. Peace out. Hugs.